Hi, K1 students. This is Mrs. Fortin coming to you from a garden. Boys and girls, the backdrop behind me is an old-fashioned garden that is a garden that we're going to talk about today involving a composer whose name was Nikolai. In order to tell me this story and what happened in his garden, I wrote you a little story for this, a little book. So we're going to share screen. And Mrs. Fortin is going to read it to you from the beginning. Here we go. Once upon a time, there was a man named Nikolai. His friends called him Nick, and he was a composer. Boys and girls, this happened a long time ago. I can tell because Nick has a candle right here. So there's not even lights available to him. This happened a very, very long time ago. So he was a composer. What do you think a composer does? A composer is a person who writes music. And you can see from the picture, this man is thinking about songs in his head and it's coming down his arm, down his hand to the paper right here. And this is special paper. It's called music paper or staff paper. And he's not writing words on it. He's writing notes, boys and girls. Nick liked to write songs that told stories. One day, as he was walking through his garden, a bumblebee appeared. It flew all around Nick's head and around the flowers. Nick thought his new friend, the bumblebee, was very funny. Boys and girls, can you look at this picture and find where I hit a bumblebee? Now remember, bumblebees are yellow and black, so let's see. We're going to look for the yellow and black parts. Let's see if Mrs. Fortin can find it. Here's a lot of yellow. Okay, there's some dark colors up here. Let's see. Oh, there he is, right in the bottom corner. I bet you saw him before me. Nick decided to write a song about his bumblebee friend, and he called it The Flight of the Bumblebee. And boys and girls, this music sounds very much like the path that the bumblebee could have taken. It goes up, the melody goes up, the melody goes down, and all around, boys and girls. So what I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to ask you to find a piece of paper. And my piece of paper looks like this. There's my flowers on the bottom. And Mrs. Fortin actually has a little bumblebee at the top. So when you get your paper, I want you to get a paper and a pencil or a crayon. And as you listen to the music, you're going to draw the flight that the bumblebee would have taken. Mrs. Fortin is going to put a link at the bottom of the page so you could follow it to a really cool recording of this. Okie dokie, here we go.